Morning, good evening, good afternoon, Fabulites. This is Angela, and I have got questions. What opens with a hot and heavy quotation, and what ends with an engagement? If you guessed Queen Sugar last night's mid-season finale, you're correct. I'll put the title and all of that in the title. I put the title in the title. Thank you for clicking on the video, and please be one of the ones who is sticking around to hear how we got from opening to closing. I am Angela, and the channel is Be Fabulous You, and let's jump right in and see what happened on Queen Sugar last night. This mid-season finale. Okay, so Dr. Dubois, who is Robert Dubois, also known as Bobby to some, we find out here. I like the more formal Dr. Dubois, but Dr. Dubois is picking up Queen Nova from the airport. We see Dr. Dubois in the car. He's talking to Nova. He like, it was a pleasant surprise for you to call me and for you to come out, but I'm glad that you did, because I want you here. I want you in my house. I want you here. So he goes around to open the door to let Miss Nova out the car, and when he get to the other side, her behind, grown woman behind, I don't want to call her fast, but woman who do what she want to do, she in the back seat, and he opened the door. He like, she like, you said you wanted me here. She's so fast. They are so cute to me. That whole thing is really interesting. Okay, so at home we see Charlie. I guess she washing her hair, and then she decides she gonna wear it natural, without straightening it. So she got a little curl going on. The article has been published. She's reading it. Micah double checks with her to make sure that the divorce from his dad is a go, because he said there was no mention in the article. So he just want to know what's going on. So she said, yes, it's a go. We just haven't announced it yet. We see Ralph Angel calling Vi. He can't reach his sisters, and he want to have a conversation about what's next. He didn't mean for them to abandon the farm, especially Charlie and her money. He needs to talk to Charlie about what's next. He still need that payroll check, and he still got to run the farm. And Vi is like, you told her that you was going to handle it. Then we see Vi and Wood is like, I don't want you to let them children wear you out. And Vi is like, I'm all they have. You trying to say I'm worn out? And he like, no. Okay, so then we see Remy and Charlie at the mill, and Remy is like, a local paper has picked up part of the article from the big mainstream paper and is running it. And some of the farmers are concerned, Charlie. What are the farmers supposed to do while you go out looking for yourself? They're just wondering. So then we see Blue, and he's asking his dad, why doesn't mommy stay for dinner anymore? Did I do something wrong? And Ralph Angel is basically like, no, sir, it's nothing you did wrong. So then we see Davis with the vocalist from Habitat for Humanity. Y'all remember the flirtation between them earlier, the interest or whatever, a couple episodes ago. And she's talking about the fact that he was the gentleman of the league, and then all of that comes tumbling down, and she just feels that she just doesn't think that all of that was an act. She's like, you make mistakes, and me too, and maybe we can be each other's second chance, with her fast ass. Okay, so then we're at the mill with Darla, and she's asking Dara's asking Char, we okay? And Char is like, look, I can't trust you. I felt ambushed, by you knowing and not telling me. Where does your loyalty lie, Miss Missy? And Darla is like, look, I'm here to do a job. I'm loyal to you in this job, but that was not my truth to tell. That was not my story to tell. Yay, Darla. And I'm giving you my best until you tell me to go. So I'm here to do the job. I've been doing the job, and I'm going to keep doing the job. So then we see Nova with Dr. Bobby Dubois at an event, a dinner. It's mixed political company. You can tell before they actually sit down for dinner that people come from, I don't even know if it's a wide spectrum of the, of political beliefs or value systems or whatever, but it's definitely some very conservative people there. conservative types. And we kind of find out during this dinner that Dr. Dubois used to be a Republican. He's only now here recently, newly, according to his friends, a Democrat. You know, we learning some stuff. That's what happened. You got to learn people. And her ass done jumped in the back seat with this man she don't even know. We see Kiki and Micah plus Lakeisha, and they out and about, I guess, in New Orleans, and they see a cop pull over some kids, and they're kind of watching. I don't know if Lakeisha took out her camera or not. I couldn't really figure it out. But you can see baby boy Micah's trauma. I don't know if Kiki knows what happened to him. She probably does, because they probably a couple people called her to say, have you seen Micah? Have you seen Micah? So she probably figured it out. Then one of his schoolmates walks up, a white guy, and he's like, oh, you know, you want to go to this party or whatever? And Micah's like, nah, we good. But they still kind of looking at this, the police interacting with these, I think it's like 2 or 3 guys. They got hemmed up on the curb, handcuffed or whatever. I don't know. Okay, so then we're at the farmers meeting that Remy has put together so that Charlie can explain to the farmers what is what and reassure them. They want to find out whether she here for the long haul or not. You know, they ain't want to be part of her personal growth tour. Oh yeah, I did a sugar mill for a couple years, because they ruining relationships and making decisions and, you know, planning stuff based on what she, you know, saying she gonna do or what they thinking she gonna do. And she's like, you know, I spent my summers here. I've been spending my summers here since I was 4. I remember I was just visiting, so I stopped once I got old enough till I came back from my daddy's death. And I saw things with new eyes. The land, I saw the love, I saw the community. And now I know that St. Joe's is me. It's home. I am in this for me, Daddy, and all of you. And then Prosper is like, okay, y'all satisfied? It's clear to me that this child is here for this work. Let us pray. And then they all pray together. Okay, so then we see Darla, Blue, and Ralph Angel. And Darla is like, you know, I have a strict schedule to keep me well. That's why I haven't been around. Remember when I was sick, you know, blah, 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 blah. And she mentions the 2-year anniversary that's coming up. And Blue is like, can I come? And Ralph Angel was like, oh, is that coming up? And she's like, it's for adults only. But, you know, just, you know, we love you, baby. We here for you. This is for you because of the love. This is what mommy has to do because mommy is sick. So then we see Micah calling Davis, and he's checking to see if it's okay if he brings Kiki through the loft since they hanging out in New Orleans. And Daddy Davis is like, oh, sure. You know, I'm not there. I'm in a marketing meeting. And we see he with the singer. And I'm like, now, is it a marketing meeting? Is this a lie? Is this the truth? Did it start off as a marketing meeting? Is it still a marketing meeting? I don't know. Inquiring minds have questions. So then we see Nova and the doc at the dinner, back at the dinner party. And, you know, there's some conversation going on. And one of the guys is kind of unapologetically asshole-ish. You know, he's like, look, this is what I believe, and you know, you did an impressive job on the panel for someone I've never heard of. And you know, he just kind of like, ugh. And he's talking about people who are unfit and undeserving, and Nova is like, well, who decides who's unfit and undeserving? And then he's like, well, clearly in New Orleans where you're from, Zika is about to come. She like, Zika? What are you talking about? You know, he's like, you know, she like, that's a conspiracy. You are into the new eugenics. Your behind is trying to kill off black and brown folks, and I'm not here for it, and I'm not here for being quiet about it. I'm not here for you. I'm not here for the publication that you work for. I am not feeling none of this at all. And then the guy is like, well, not too long ago, your man had the same perspective. And the others are like, yeah, right, Bobby? Or something, I don't know, but they'd be like, right, Bobby? Like they all familiar and comfortable with him. And I think that made Nova even more like, and she's like, people like you eating hors d'oeuvres in rooms like this, carving up, making decisions for other people is some bullshit. I don't know exactly what she said because I didn't write it down. I just checked my notes. But anyway, she was like, I'm not even going to play this game with y'all. I'm not going to have no casual conversation about stuff that's very, very real. Okay, that's how Nova, she was like, I did not come here, you know, to play into about this bull. Okay, so then we see Micah and his friends, and they're seeing Davis through the window at the restaurant. Look like he on a date to them. And he comes in. Micah gets hot, quick, fire. He come in. He like, oh, is this the new one? You lied to me. You lied to my mother. Our life was good. You ruined our whole life with your lies. You a liar. You ain't shit. You a ain't shit nigga. You a fuck boy. Whatever. He don't go there, but you know, that's basically the vibration. And then he says to the woman, and he gonna lie to you too. And then, you know, he leaves. Vi falls out, and Charlie and Wood are around her. Now, I kind of missed that whole scene because I think it happened so quick. I was trying, what happened? And I think she said something like, oh, it's not my health, it's these children that are draining me. But does she have a health issue? What's going on? Okay, so then not Darla, but Nova and Dr. Dubois are talking, and he's basically like, you know, I played the game, and she like, you can't treat our people's lives as a sport. And he's like, you know, my friend at the end of the table is a producer at CNN, and she wants you to be on the show, and you can have a larger audience, and you know, none of us are beyond growing. And she like, baby boy, I did not come here to audition. And then that's the end of that scene, basically. Then we're at Darla's sober celebration, and Ralph Angel and Charlie are there, and the sponsor is talking to Ralph Angel, and she's like, you should leave if you cannot support Darla for the long haul. You the boyfriend, right? You the man, you the baby daddy. If you can't be here for her the right way, go on and just end it now. And then Charlie gives Darla flowers, and then Ralph Angel and Charlie talk, and Charlie is like, I got your message. And Ralph Angel is like, well, you ain't respond. Am I still on the payroll? And Charlie is basically like, I got you, bro. I got you. I think she called him Lil Bro. Big Bro. Did she call him Big Bro? But anyway, see, I always thought that it was Nova, then Charlie, then Ralph Angel, and that Charlie was an outside child. But then we found out last week that when Nova was born, that the parents weren't married. We know Nova is older than Ralph Angel. Somebody thinks that Charlie is older than Nova. I don't got time to be talking about this because I only got a couple minutes on my recorder, and I got to do something about this memory. But anyway, bro, I'm not gonna lose you. You know this. I got you. That's what Charlie said. She better than some of us, right? I don't know what I'd have done, but you know, I guess when you're playing with people's lives, you can't, you know, let your feelings get in the way of, you know, their livelihood if you can help it, if it's somebody you love. So we see Nova with Vi, and she basically like done left Atlanta. She like, it's a wrap for Dr. Dubois. He can kiss my ass. And he told me to hate the game, don't hate the players. And Vi is like, you know, this man sound like he's a good man though, girl. He's smart. He's successful. You know, and Nova is like, it is not that simple. And Vi is like, you are simple, girl. You run away from problems at home to his behind. Then you find that there's a problem there. You gotta hold on to the good stuff with love. You know, don't be no desperado, but then don't be just, you know, you gotta hold on to good stuff. So then we see Micah and Davis, and Davis is like, you know, don't talk to me like that. And Micah is like, you are a day late and $10 too short. And then his father, Davis, is like, that was not you. You are not going to embarrass me and you. And then little boy Micah is like, you messed up my life. You know, my life, I'm fine. I can take it. And then his father is like, you don't have to take it, you know, by yourself. And then Micah is knocking stuff over, and then he's like, you know, he tells his father what's up, what had happened to him, that when he was in cuffs, that when the guy got him in the back seat and put him in cuffs, that he was sort of kind of nice to him, the cop who arrested him. And that he told him on the way to the police station that he was Micah, that he was Davis's son, and that the police officer said he didn't believe it. And then they passed the police station, and the guy got mean, the arresting officer, and took him into an alley and says he hates fancy Negroes like me, born with a silver spoon in their mouths. And he took him to the alley, and he says he gonna take that silver spoon out of my mouth and put something else in. I'm like, oh my God, did the man put his penis in the child's mouth? What done happened? And then he put the gun in his mouth and pulled the trigger. Now, I guess he just thought it was funny to be playing with somebody like that. Crazy people. We see Ralph Angel at home with Blue and Darla. There are no lights. Ralph Angel is like, damn, I forgot to get an extension on the electricity bill. Then we see Nova at home. Her door is knocked on. Dr. Dubois is like, I got home from work and you were gone. And Nova's like, I'm not feeling it. And Dr. Dubois is like, I got a plan for us, blah, 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 blah. Nova's like, you could have called. I didn't need, you didn't need to come all the way to Louisiana. And then Dr. Dubois is like, I wanted to see you. And then he lifts her up on the counter and they're kissing. Then we see Remy and Charlie. And she's like, thanks for the help with the farmers. You left so soon. He's like, I had a class. Well, really, I just didn't like that article. Why didn't you mention the divorce? And she like, for this reason. But the main reason is because it's my story. And the only thing a woman can control is her damn story. I want to control my story. Damn. And then, I don't want you to be the rebound in the story. Don't you like me? Can't you forgive me? Please, can we try again? And they kiss. I guess I didn't care for that scene. I felt like she was begging his behind. I didn't care for it. Yeah, I guess I thought I kind of liked Remy, but like I didn't like how he was interacting with her in that scene. I was not a fan. Then we're at a candlelit table, or a table with a whole bunch of candles around, and Darla's like, oh, this is nice. And Ralph Angel is like, I wanted to do something for you. I don't want to distract you. I just want to ride with you. I'll do my best to help you to do your best. And she's like, oh, you asking me to stay the night? And he's like, yeah, tonight, the next night, and the next. I want you in this house by my side for the rest of my life. Marry me. And then he presents the ring. They kiss, and him is like, I love you. And she's like, always. So that's Queen Sugar. These relationships be something, because that's how I be feeling when sometimes you be like, I don't like that, I don't like you, I like you, I like that, whatever. But it's all different kinds of black love going on, blackish love going on. So that's cool. Queen Sugar will be back in October. That was the mid-season finale. We got Survivor's Remorse on the 20th on Stars, and we got Greenleaf on the 15th and the 16th of August. And I am doing a collaboration, some kind of collaboration with poetry from over at my Twisted Life with Poetry. She said, you've been promoting it. I said, no, but I'm telling you now. We're going to be talking about the movie Detroit, which I actually got to see at the world premiere of the movie at the Fox Theater here in Detroit. So I'm just excited to tell you some of my thoughts about it, and my opinion about the movie, and to hear yours as well. So that's what I got for you. Thumbs up, like, comment, subscribe. We got 10,000 views on the channel. Woo! We crossed the threshold, and I don't know when. Share the video, please. Make your comments down below. I love to chit chat. I think that's it. Subscribe. We're working on 150 subscribers. Woo! Welcome back. If you're a subscriber, I love you. New subscriber, gonna be subscriber, all that other good stuff. Be you, be fabulous, you.